Tricks, all the good stuff. I'm like nervous and scared and all the feelings. So stay tuned as soon as I can tell you guys. I will, but I gotta go. Team call time. I hope you guys all have an awesome Monday. Tips, tricks, all that good stuff. I'm like nervous and scared and all the feelings. So stay tuned as soon as I can tell you guys. I will, but I gotta go. Team call time. I hope you guys all have an awesome Monday. Tips, tricks, all that good stuff. Hi guys, sorry. I was just trying to finish uploading my frickin' Instagram stories and they are taking forever. My thing looks really gross. And I'm also like half an hour late and then 5 minutes late. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into this. I know some of you are popping on late, so that's fine. It will be recorded, so you can just catch the replay. Ladies that are on, Rebecca and, oh, Rebecca's gone. Rebecca and Amanda, if she pops back on, if you could just mute yourself. Oh, Rebecca, there you are. If you guys could just mute yourselves, just so, because the background noise when I'm talking gets to be a lot. And yeah, I'm just going to share my screen and jump right in so I don't keep you guys any longer than I already have. So today I decided picking team call topics is so hard because, like, I don't know. I just can never think. I think of all these topics and then it comes to be team call day and I'm like, oh my God, what the heck can I talk about? So posting and how to share, not sell are obviously like part of our everyday whatever, and I think it's always good. I know I talk about posting a lot, but I think it's good to always kind of have a reminder, some tips and tricks, and obviously not being salesy is huge, so I just kind of thought this would, you know, be a decent topic to talk about for this week. If you guys ever have like team call topics you want me to talk about, or even just go live and talk about, please, please, please either post in the group or just reach out to me and I will do that. Today's been such a busy day. I'm so nervous about this flash sale thing, but I'm excited. I've never done one, so I'm like, don't know how it's gonna go, but hey, I mean, if it sucks, well, you can't hear me? Oh no, am I muted? I hope not. Hold on. Amanda, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so it's you, Rebecca. Is your computer muted or your phone or like the volume off? I was like, oh crap, was I just talking that entire time and it wasn't working? I'll try to give you a second, Rebecca, to see if you can hear me. Sometimes it's like my computer, like I have the actual computer volume turned off. You probably can't even hear me, so this isn't helping anyway. Okay, now I forget what I was talking about. Oh, the flash sale. Yeah, I think it should go good. Either way, like, I mean, even if we all get one new customer from it, I think that's a success in my books. And if it totally bombs and none of us get a customer, well then, hey, obviously we'll tweak it for next time. But I mean, the fact that we're gonna have like $100 gift card up for grabs, I'm just saying 100, we're at $90 because I told you guys to, like, just if you want to participate, if everyone could chip in $10 to $20 for a gift card. So some of you are doing 10, some of you are doing 20. So I think we're around $90 right now. So I'm hoping to get a couple more coaches to do this. And if we get more than $100, awesome. Maybe we could split it into 2 gift cards, like do $250, or like whatever. So Rebecca, will you just mute yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. It's just crazy how much the background noise from other people, like, it really echoes. So yeah, flash sale, I'm excited. I decided I'm only gonna do, because I was gonna do a whole bunch of packages, like all of our packages, but then after listening to the wake up call today, I was like, no, I think it's better to just do kind of our featured packages for August that are like an extra $10 off and stuff just until the end of the month. And I think it'd be overwhelming, like, for people to see like 20 packages, because then they're going to be like, well, crap, like now I don't know which one I want. So I'm just going to do like our kind of popular ones, our Lift 4, To Be Mindset, just the annual all up like Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack, and then Daily Sunshine, because it is on sale, but only available in the States. So I don't know if we'll have anyone from the States. Well, I guess some of our coaches are from the States, so that was really stupid of me to say. So we should have some people from the States. And then I'm going to do Beach Bars, because they're also 10% off through the end of the month. And then, yeah, like basically I'm going to work on, as soon as I'm done this call, I'll work on the images, and I'm going to write up the post for you guys too. It's just going to be kind of a description of what they get in the package, but then I'm also going to do a breakdown of all the individual prices of the items, and then show people the value that they're getting by bundling it together. So, because again, on the wake up call today, she talked about how, like, if you break down a challenge pack, like say Lift 4, resistance bands are $30. A Shakeology cup is like $7, plus you'd have to pay $20 for shipping. You know, the containers are $12. Shakeology is $155. Beachbody On Demand is $100. So when you break it down like that, and then you tell people you're getting all of this bundled together for this price, that's going to be like a huge value. People are going to be like, I don't even care that it's an extra $10 off this month. Like, that's a wicked deal. And I think that's really important to show the value of things, because she did make a great point today. Like, you know, we talk about our stuff all the time, like our, you know, our programs and whatever, but sometimes people don't realize all of the stuff they get with them. So I just think this group's going to be really awesome to show people what they get in a package. And then, you know, I think it'll be good to like create hype. And once people get commenting, people get that like fear of missing out. So they're going to be like, okay, well, all these girls are buying it, so I'm going to buy it. And then I also want to like tag people. So say like, Rebecca, you get someone signed up, like tag them in the group and just say, congratulations, like so-and-so just got her package, she's entered into the draw. Like, you know, just get people excited. And I just like thought it was crazy today on the wake up call how the girl was like halfway through the month, she was at 0. And from this flash sale, she ended up at successful 36 in 24 hours. And she said like her team, her coaches were messaging her saying like, thank you. Like they had their best month ever, like with getting lots of customers. So I just think it's going to be really good for our team to like do this together. You know, we'll all post and like cheer each other on. And I think it's going to be really good. That's not what this call is about, but I'm going to go live and talk about it more tomorrow once I get the group set up and once I get like the pictures and the posts done. And that way you guys kind of have a better understanding of how it works. And I kind of want some advice because I don't know, I'm just unsure. Like it kind of confuses me when people say like they posted a package like every 10 or 15 minutes. But I don't really know why they do that. Like, so I don't know if people are only have until the 10 minutes is over to like say they want it. Because I was confused because then I see people like say they extended it for an extra day. So I'm like, that doesn't really work. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just post them like every 10 minutes, the packages, so that they're done, they're there. And then people have the day to check in, check them out, comment which package they want, and then go from there. I don't know. If you guys have any other ideas or ways to do it, let me know. Again, that's the part that kind of confused me. Like, I don't know if there's like a deadline, like, but I think that'd be hard. And if like people are working and maybe can't even see any of the posts until like maybe 5 o'clock, and we post at like 8. So I'm just thinking putting a deadline on when their order has to be submitted. So I'm thinking noon the next day, noon on Friday, everyone that's ordered will go in the draw for the gift card. I think that's just the most fair way to do it. But anyway, again, I'll go live tomorrow and clarify. So let's get into the topic of the call. And again, if you guys have any ideas, because I want us all to do this together, feel free to like message me and just say, hey, like I think this would work or whatever. Let me just figure out sharing my screen here. Okay, so my fun little slideshow I got here. Again, sometimes I used to do these before, like a couple years ago, and I forgot, and they really kind of help me stay focused and not to get distracted like I just did for 10 minutes. Okay, so Obviously, posting is the meat and potatoes of our job. So I just think it's important to kind of, have a good understanding of it, what to do, what not to do. So use social media to stand out and find your voice. Surface level doesn't connect. Get real or stay stuck. So what that means is, and I know when you're a newer coach, it's very hard to get like in deep, with why you're doing this. Like a lot of us have like what they call it at Summit, gremlins. Like we have gremlins, or things we don't really want to shed light on. Like maybe you went through something in the past or whatever, and you don't want to talk about it, and that's okay. But from experience with coaching, anytime I post more personal, like, about things I've overcome, like, I don't talk about it often, but like, I partied a lot when I was younger, did a lot of drugs, this and that, bad obsession with the scale. I don't talk about it often, but I find when I do talk about that more, like the support and the inbox messages and stuff that I get of people like relating to me or saying, thank you so much for sharing that, you were able to overcome that. And, this and that, like people relate to that. And that's how you're going to attract people to you, is when you can like be as personal and open up as much as you can just about you and who you are. And anytime like you struggle with something, like it's great to share it, but not just share the problem, share how you overcame it, because that's what gives people hope and inspires them to know that they're not alone. And maybe they're going through something similar and they're going to be like, wow, like, okay, she went through this and, she got through it. So I feel like I can too. And developing a strong why is just like, that's something, I talk about when you guys first become coaches, and not just like a why, like, oh, I want to be in better shape, or, oh, I want a six pack. Like a really strong why that's going to connect you like to Beachbody, and it's going to help you not, give up on days you feel like quitting. So if you have a really strong why as to why you're doing this, like, I mean, dig really, really deep. They always say your why should make you cry. Like, so just make it powerful. And, when you have a tough day and you're like, Fred, coaching's hard, like, I didn't sign up as much people as I wanted, then you can like go back to that why and be like, okay, like this is why I'm doing this. And it's going to help you push through. And it's also going to help you, like I said, connect with people in your posting. If you share that why, or like bits and pieces of your why, become a constant in other people's lives. So that just, goes along with showing up every day and posting every day, because whether or not people tell you or comment or like they are seeing your posts. And I promise you, once you get doing it, if you were to like take a day off, which I don't recommend, like from posting, but you would take a day off from doing business stuff or maybe replying to messages or whatever, but people will notice, like people notice if like I don't work out or whatever. And so people are watching. So that's good though. Like, so be a constant in their lives. Like let them expect to see your posts. And the cool thing is, like, a lot of people always say like, oh, I'm boring. Like me, I'm always like, I don't have anything to share in my life. Like, that's why Instagram stories were hard for me at first, because I was like, I do the same thing every day. Half the time I don't leave my house. Like I don't have pets. I can't cook. I'm like, what the heck do I talk to people about? But people like routine. And I heard a couple top coaches say like, they do the same things on their stories every day. They share, they do, like I do the backwards Shakeology pour every day. My Energize every day. But that's not a bad thing. And I thought it was for a long time. So don't feel like you're being repetitive, because people are going to come to your page knowing exactly what they're going to see. So keep doing that. If you share quotes every day, keep doing that. If you share workout clips all the time, do that. It's not a bad thing to have a routine with your stories, because everyone has routine in their life for the most part. So people are going to expect that, and they come and watch your stories for a reason. So they're obviously kind of enjoying that. I like this point about like, you don't have to be interesting, just be relatable. Because that again goes back to when I used to feel like I have such a boring life. Like I get up, I, drink my shake, I work out. Like I felt like I usually do the same things every day, unless like it's a weekend and I go somewhere. But so that's okay. Like don't ever feel like your life isn't interesting or you're boring or you don't leave the house. Because you just be relatable, and there's lots of other people out there that are going to relate to what you do in a day. So again, just be you. Like you don't have to be super interesting and exciting, just be relatable. I found this point kind of interesting. 2 top things people Google about Lady Gaga, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift is, oh crap, I can't see I think it says what, shoot, I can't see the part of my slide. What TV shows they watch and what they wear to the grocery store, I think it says. So that's normal, right? Like they're not Googling all these like crazy topics. So like that just goes along with be you. Like almost every night I show what I'm watching on Netflix. And I get lots of people that comment, like replying to my story, like, oh, I'm watching that too. Or, oh, do you like that show? I wanted to watch it. Or, oh, I binge watched that whole season. And then that starts a conversation. So again, by you just being you and sharing that, that's going to bring people to you that are like you. And so I like stuff I used to think was like, oh, this is silly. Like people probably don't care what show I'm watching on Netflix. But then, like I said, almost every night when I post it, especially if it's a different show, I usually get at least one girl that inboxes me and says like, oh, I love that, or is it good, or blah, blah, blah. Or if I post a movie, I won't always post what I'm watching. I'll just post like a picture of the movie. And then people will inbox me asking what I'm watching and was it good. So again, that just creates relationships, gets people interested in kind of what you're doing, what you're watching. The BFF rule. So if you wouldn't say this aloud to your best friend, change it and be you. So this just goes with posts. Don't try to, it can be so hard with coaching to not try to be like another coach. Like it's really hard because there's a lot of coaches out there. There's coaches we look up to that we admire. And I have a lot of those too. So like in the beginning, I know for me, it was tough to like just be me and not try to be like a top coach, like, you know, Bonnie Engel or, you know, Haley Christian or whatever coach that inspires you. So it's like, be you. If you write a post or if like, cause I'm someone like, I totally encourage you guys to get inspiration and stuff from a post that you do, but just make sure you change the wording and make it come from you. So that's all that means is if you wouldn't say this to your best friend, if it's not something, you know, that like you would say, then change it because people can see through that. So it's just really important to be you. And that is why I love Beachbody so much because you can be 110% you, and that is okay. And like it's encouraged because you're gonna like your vibe attracts your tribe. So you want to be you because if not, you're gonna attract people that aren't like you, and then you're not really gonna vibe well, and you don't want that, right? So don't become a carbon copy. So again, that just means do not try to be someone else. Don't try to like go stalk a top coach and just copy and paste her post and put your picture on it. Be you. Again, take inspiration, take ideas, but be you. Sharing and telling. So anyone can buy a Beachbody program, but why do they want to get it from you? Again, your personality, right? And like, you guys, I know there's lots of coaches out there, but there is millions of billions of people out there that do not have a coach yet, and they're just like waiting for you. So again, put your personality on things. If you like a post, like I'm on Instagram all the time and I screenshot coaches' posts or even just fitness people's posts, and I'm like, oh wow, like I love that point, or that's a great tip. And that's okay. But then I put my own spin on it. I put my own emojis into it, you know, like, yeah, so just be you. Like, okay, we get it. You work out and drink shakes. Show who you are. So that's important too, to not just share. I've told you guys this before, not just sharing Beachbody, because we are so much more than just Beachbody coaches. And before you were a coach, like, you know, what did you do? So just remember to have a good mix of Beachbody. Like they say to share 80% of you and your life and only 20% about Beachbody and the products and the program. So that's, you know, where you're going to talk about your workouts, your shakes, you know, show some meal pictures, but also show, you know, if you go out and about with your family or friends, like share that. If you know you're reading a book or whatever, share that. Just don't be a billboard for Beachbody. You just don't want all your posts to be that, because people want to get to know you and your personality, because that's going to connect them to you and make them want to reach out and feel comfortable asking you for help. So like, what's normal about you? Laundry. Do you enjoy doing laundry? Some people like doing laundry. Are you married? Do you enjoy cooking? Are you obsessed with your dog? Do you love makeup, fashion, and hair? So again, what makes you you outside of coaching? You know, do you like to travel? What do you do for like work if you have another job? So talk about that stuff in your post. They say to pick like 5 things, not Beachbody related. So maybe you like to get your nails done, whatever it is, and just like share that in your post. And again, like with Instagram, you can kind of search different hashtags, and you can also find people like you, like by searching those like topics, like maybe hiking or traveling, or you're a dog mom, or maybe you're a nurse or whatever. You can also search people like by your hobbies and interests. Same with Facebook. You can find some Facebook groups about like your hobbies and interests, and then request to join them. You can meet lots of cool people in groups like that. So again, a little exercise to find your voice. Like, I just really want you guys to know that you can be you, and I just want to stress that, because again, like, it's hard sometimes, especially starting out as a coach, to not mimic other coaches. And I've heard it, like, it's happened to me before, like briefly, where I'm like, oh my God, I'm not being me. Like, I'm totally posting like a top coach, but that's not me. Like, and I felt that in my post. Like, I'd read it and I'd be like, Jen, like, that's not you. So again, be you. So ask yourself, like, what sets you apart from other coaches? Like, what makes you different? Like, Rebecca, why are you different from me? What problems does Beachbody solve for you? Before Beachbody to now, like, what has it done for you? And again, people relate to smaller victories as opposed to, I'm a millionaire and just bought $1 million house. People are going to relate so much more to, I just got a $50 paycheck from Beachbody and put gas in my car. Or, I just got my first paycheck and it allowed me to pay off some of my cell phone bill, or to get a pair of shorts that I always wanted. Like, again, like, little things like that are going to relate to people so much more than the big things. Because that's a big thing I hear from coaches is, oh, like, I haven't really had a lot of success yet, or I haven't had a big paycheck. And that's okay. Like, an extra $50 a month, you guys, could change someone's life. So don't ever like cross out the small things, because small things could be huge to someone else. So it's really important to share the small victories and the small successes, because everyone knows, like, we're new, we're starting a business. Like, we're not gonna, have some big crazy like thing happen overnight. So yeah, share the small things too, because like, they're just as important, and people like to hear that stuff. What makes you feel? Like, what do you like? Like, what makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? Share all that stuff, because again, just really like dive into who you are and share that. And what were you looking for when you found Beachbody? And, so again, that could be a post all on its own. What attracted you to this? What do you hope to accomplish? What are your small goals? What are your big, crazy, scary dreams? Like, you can share all that stuff. And I also really like this. This goes back to like totally get inspiration and motivation from other coaches, but there are a million ways to say the same thing. So I think on the next slide, I talk about like, don't be afraid to like reuse a post. Like, maybe you posted something a couple months ago and you found it, like, it worked well, you just loved the wording, put a different picture, and you can totally recycle posts, you guys. Like, I do it all the time. Obviously, if you just posted it last week, like, give it a little bit of time, but totally recycle posts, or you can just change the way you say it. Like, there's so many ways to talk about a topic. Sorry, I do not know how to turn off Facebook notifications on my computer, like from popping up automatically. It's really annoying. Don't copy and paste. So again, sometimes I see it from coaches and they literally copy and paste other coaches' posts. And especially if it's like someone in your like community or whatever, that just, people are going to notice that. And then it just makes you both kind of look bad. So don't do it. It's kind of lazy and whatever. And again, it's not you, and people will see that. So you can totally, like my post tonight, I totally got the idea from a girlfriend of mine in Nova Scotia who posted this like a month ago, and I screenshotted it, and I just liked how she talked about summer, because summer is one of my favorite times of year. I feel good. I love summer. So like I kind of just took the topic, like the outline of her post, and I literally just looked at the first sentence, and then I deleted the picture, and then I wrote it myself. But you guys, it's totally okay to take, ideas from whoever, girls on the team, like other teams, other coaches. Just make sure you put your own spin on it. Don't be generic. People know what you say and what you don't say. And it's true, especially when you get posting all the time. People can tell like if you post something that isn't you. Social media is our storefront. I'm going to share a little funny example about this. So a girl that I've been chatting with, she knew I was going to a bachelorette this weekend, and she's like, oh, Jen, I want to see some really crazy like bachelorette photos. And I was like, okay. My girlfriend took a friggin' boomerang of me because we got these penis straws, and she's like, oh, can I take a boomerang of you? And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, and I pretended like I was deep throating it, and she took the friggin' boomerang and posted it, and I was so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm deleting that. And she's like, no, it's funny, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, plus, if you delete it, people will know you deleted it. And like, my little sister messaged me. She's like, that's inappropriate. Hold on. I'm like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. But anyway, so that was kind of like the only thing I did. But I made a joke to the girl that said that to me. I'm like, well, good thing no one took pictures of me, like, you know, peeing off the back of a paddle boat and like whatever. Like, I'm just saying you have to be conscious of what we're posting. Like, I obviously would not post something like that. But again, like, you probably, that's just not me though. Like, I'm shy, I'm quiet. Like I said, so that story was so not me. And you just like be mindful of what you're posting. Like, you don't want to, you know, share like another, I don't know, like share an isogenic shake on your page. Like, just be conscious of what you're posting. Because it's like your store. I know it's online, but treat it like you have your own store, like in the mall or whatever. So have a strategy. Obviously, you guys know I preach consistency, like hands down, that is always my biggest tip to give to people. So post 1 to 2 times a day consistently, at least once every single day. You can post more. Like when I joined as a coach, we were told to post up to 5 times a day, but that was before Instagram stories became a thing. So as long as you're posting at least once a day, you're good. And obviously focusing, if you're not on Instagram stories yet, I really, really encourage it. I know it's scary, but I promise like you will get used to it, just like regular posting, anything like that. Aim for 5 to 12 Instagram or Facebook stories. I've never done a Facebook story. So don't feel you have to do both. I always say pick a platform and get comfortable with it before you add another. So if you know you're comfortable with like Instagram and Facebook posting, great. Like, so pick either Facebook or Instagram and start doing some stories and just, you know, get comfortable. And then maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Just don't take on too much like new. I always say like master one platform, and then when you feel good and confident with it, then you can add in something else. Like coaches use all kinds of different stuff. Like I know some coaches that use Snapchat like for their business, YouTube, Twitter. It's really whatever you want, like blogs. So it's kind of, again, what works for you. But I definitely recommend, if you have not dived into Instagram or Facebook stories, definitely, you know, and start small. I'm not saying you have to start out with, you know, 5 or 12. Start with 1 a day, and then, you know, do that for a week. Then, you know, do 2 or 3 Instagram stories. And it's kind of just a little like clips into your life, and people are loving Instagram stories because, again, like they can see you like in like real time. Like a post is great, but Instagram stories are like that next step further. And so many people that I talk to now, it's funny, they're like, oh, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, just like zoning out on watching Instagram stories. Like people definitely watch them a lot. So it's good to get in the habit of them and do them consistently. So post or talk about coaching daily. So when I say talk about, I just mean like it can be either in your stories or in your posts, because I don't post about coaching every day, but I try to at least do something in my story, like even if it's just a picture of my laptop, like me working. I try to mention something about coaching in either my post or my Instagram stories every single day. And same with your vitals. So every day, either in your post or your Instagram stories, you should talk about at least one of these things: your workout, your shake, your personal development, or recognize, you know, if you have a customer or a coach that's kicking butt, recognize people. Audit your page. With one scroll, I should be able to tell that you're a coach. I should be able to see you, so like pictures of you. I should be able to, you know, get a good idea and a feel of who you are, maybe some things you like, and be able to tell that you have something for me to join. I see some coaches do killer posts all the time, but they never add an invite into their post. So not everybody knows they can join us. I know we sometimes think they do, people just assume, but if they just see you working out, and you have to realize there's a lot of fitness people out there that post about their workouts and stuff all the time, but they're just working out a good life. Like, they're not doing what we do. So make sure, I try to invite, like, in my post a couple of times a week, either to, join as a coach or upcoming challenge group, because you need to be throwing that in there so people know that you have something that they can do with you. My tips and tricks for posting. So again, post minimum once every single day. This is kind of just like a little summary. Get on your IG and Facebook stories. Make your profile public. I know sometimes people don't want to do this, and again, that is totally up to you, but I really do encourage having a public profile, just because it's going to reach so many more people when you do post. Like your Instagram too. Like if you have a profile that's like you have to request on Instagram to follow, I find that's like, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I just really recommend having a public profile on Instagram and Facebook. And what was I going to say? I think I lost my train of thought there. Oh, if you are sharing photos from Instagram to Facebook, I actually stopped doing this. I don't know if it still does it. I stopped like a year ago because it's weird. I was able to share from Instagram to Facebook, and then all of a sudden it started putting my pictures in a really random album. So I stopped, but I don't think it does that anymore. But make sure there's a settings. I can't see the freaking one half of my, oh shoot. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just had to make that smaller for a second because I couldn't see what I wrote. So if you are someone that shares your posts from Instagram to Facebook, just make sure there's a way I can show you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. You can go into your settings and change it to public, because if you don't have this setting, like clicked or whatever, every time you share from Facebook to Instagram or from Instagram to Facebook, your post will be private on Facebook. You'll have to manually click the little option on your post and change it to public, which became a huge pain in the butt. I did that for like 6 months when I started as a coach, until finally someone was like, Jen, there's a setting. It's in Facebook. You go into your settings, and then you go into like different apps, and you just find Instagram, and I think it just says allow post to be public. I'll have to go on my Facebook and check, but if you guys don't know what I'm talking about and want to know, just let me know. For posting, like Rebecca, Sam, you guys are like good at posting every day, but if you're someone that isn't, or you find you forget here and there, have a timer. Like for 4 months, my first 4 months as a coach, I had a timer that went off every single day. I just never turned it off. It just was a repeat one. I think I had to go off around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like, because you don't want to have it go off at like 9 at night, because then you're like, shit, like now I got to scramble at 9 o'clock at night to like take a photo and figure out a post. So, even have it go off in the morning. Afternoon was just good for me. Have a bunch of quotes, meal pics, workout pictures, Shakeology pics on hand for those busy days. This is something I always do. Like if there's days like I actually get ready and do my hair and stuff, I might do a quick change of outfits, even just my top, and take a couple pictures. Or like if I'm outside, like with my boyfriend or whatever, and we're rollerblading, even though I don't need a picture for that day's post, I'm like, oh, will you take a picture of me here? It's just good to get an extra like little collection of photos, so that if you're really busy, you have a photo. So you just need to come up with a post. Like the photo I posted today was from May, but I just again, like today just got away from me, and I was like, I just don't feel like taking a selfie in my house or getting outside. So I just found a photo I hadn't posted yet. It's old, but I mean, I'm sure people aren't going to be like, Jen, like, you didn't take that photo today. Like, no one would ever say that, right? So it's just good to get collections of different photos, Shakeology, whatever, like things you typically take photos of. Take extras, so that, again, because there are going to be days where you're like, crap, I need to post. And it's so much easier to get a post together when you don't have to stress about getting a picture to go with it. Have fun, be creative. Again, like I said, check out your favorite coaches for inspiration and ideas. Don't overthink your posts. They say if you take more than 5 minutes to write a post, it's not you. So And I find that so true, because some days I'm like, I sit there and I change words and then I go back to what I originally had, because you overthink it. And then it gets stressful and annoying. And then before you know it, an hour's gone by and you're sitting there editing your post or editing your picture and stuff. And so don't overthink it. When you have something you want to say, write it out and just post it. Don't be afraid to repost. So like I said earlier, if you posted something a couple months ago, I know, Rebecca, you're fairly new, so you probably won't repost too much yet, but like, you know, down the road in a couple more months, like if you've had a really good like content post, do not be afraid to reuse the wording and just pop it up with a new picture. What's the next one? Don't share other coaches' posts. So what I mean by that, like if I do an invite to something like a sneak peek group, don't share my post. Because I've had coaches do that, and I reach out to them, I'm like, thank you so much for sharing my post, but that is going to help me, not you, right? Like I get the thinking behind it. They think like people are going to reach out to them and want to join, but really they're going to comment on my post, and then like that's just kind of gets weird and confusing. And so just put your own spin on it. Easily, you can totally take like, you know, my invite information, but just don't share other coaches' posts, because again, it's going to direct traffic to that coach, not to you. Also avoid, so obviously this is only going to be on Facebook, don't share memes, YouTube videos, all of that stuff, because Facebook isn't like Instagram. Like you don't just see all of your photos, right? Like you have to scroll a bit. And if it sucks and coaches post really good content, but then they share a bunch of like funny stuff, and I get it, it's funny, you want to share it, but it really takes away from your content. And like sometimes I have to scroll like 10 posts, they've shared like 10 memes and like 10 stuff, and then oh, there's one of your actual posts. So again, just, I know you want to share stuff, but don't, because it really takes away from like if you see a funny meme, sometimes I just post them on my Instagram story or whatever. So just avoid sharing like those videos and stuff, because it really takes away from your content. And I just find it takes away from like the overall kind of look of it too. Yeah, so this business is simple, not complicated, but it can be tough to motivate yourself to do the simple things. Sit down and come up with a plan that works for you, and never be afraid to reach out if you're struggling. So again, I say that all the time, you guys, like coaching, you know, it's not always easy at all. And I have days where I get overwhelmed and, you know, I feel like I can't catch up or whatever. But it's so important to, have a plan. Like I always try to write in my planner every day of what I need to get done. And I don't always get it done, but the main things, I always do that power hour every day. So that's huge. Just keep it simple and fun, and do those kind of daily basic behaviors every day, and it will grow into something really awesome. And yeah, motivation's tough, you guys. We're definitely only motivated like 10% of the time. The other 90%, you got to really like kind of force yourself to do it. Like working out tonight was like, oh my God, I didn't want to do it. But, you know, it's kind of part of our job, and, you know, we only have freaking 2 weeks left. So that was kind of motivation enough. I can't stress about trying not to overcomplicate it. We try to reinvent the wheel and like recreate all of this stuff, when we just have to really like post, like show up, do your personal development, do your workouts, drink your shakes, and share about that. And obviously like make sure you're expanding your network and stuff, but just do those basic steps consistently and have fun with it and be you, and you'll be surprised like what comes of it. Did I already, wait a minute. Oh, I feel like I skipped. Well, I did skip. I skipped 2 points on here. It's like, is this the same page? Find your high traffic times. Sorry, I don't know how I just missed those. So high traffic time just means everyone's following is going to be a bit different. When is a good time to post? So play around. Right now for me, like I'm posting around 5 o'clock during the week, and then Fridays, Saturdays, I do a bit later, like 8 p.m. Again, play around, but just think like, okay, people are like, what are people doing right now? Like you don't want to post at like midnight on a Tuesday like an invite to your challenge group because everyone's in bed, so no one's gonna see it. And like it's funny because like you wouldn't think people would do it, but I see coaches post sometimes. Like I'll just be up late and I'm like, oh, that was such a good post. We should have posted it in the morning, or so just little things like that. Like be mindful. Like think, okay, 7 to 9 in the morning are typically good times. People are, getting up, getting ready for work. People usually scroll before, like when they get up and stuff. Around lunchtime, so noon to 1 can be kind of good too, depending, just during the week, because people are on their lunch break at work. People scroll. 5 o'clock I find good because people are just getting off work. They scroll. And again in the evening, 8 and 9 can be good because that's when, kids go to bed. People are sitting down watching TV and they're scrolling. So just be mindful. Like I said, try not to, post at like midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning or super early, like 5 a.m. Just play around and just be mindful of what time you're posting. Plan posts the night before. That can be huge. If you know you have a busy day, that's why it's important just try to schedule your week. Like on a Sunday, sit down and if you work, write out the days you work first. Then write out, when you're going to get your coaching stuff done. And then if you've got a super busy day, maybe you're going away or you've got to work a late day or whatever, then write on your calendar, like, okay, you try to plan a post for Wednesday by Tuesday. So that way it's there, it's done. There's a lot of times, I've just had pictures ready, I wrote out the post, and then it's so much easier just to copy and paste than to actually come up with like a full post, because sometimes it is hard. Some days you like, you just can't think or stuff doesn't sound right. So planning stuff the night before or a couple days, just, looking at your week and being like, okay, I have a busy day this week or busy whatever, and just planning for that. Oh my God, if someone could teach me how to get notifications off of my laptop. I don't even know how they started coming on there. It's so annoying. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Oh, how to share, not sell. So this is the last slide. Talk about how or what has impacted your life. So again, what has coaching done for you so far? And again, it doesn't have to be crazy. Maybe you lost a pound. Maybe, something fits better. You've got more energy, you stop drinking pot, like anything, share that. So again, 21 Day Fix, Shakeology, group support, like maybe you made a friend, like anything, share that. And this is what we mean by share, not sell, because a lot of girls will come to me and be like, oh, I'd love to coach, but like I'm not a salesperson. Well, that's like, I would never encourage someone to be salesy. Like when you're in health and fitness, you can't really be salesy. You want to just share. Just talk about how you implement these programs and products in your life and what it's doing for you. And that speaks volumes. Like it sells itself. So think about a positive or negative experience you've had with the sales rep. So that's like that post I shared with you guys last week. And I get a ton of those. And sometimes I just want to freak out and be like, first of all, can you check your freaking spelling and grammar and make sure your message makes sense? Second of all, no, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I just always am polite, thank them for thinking of me, but no, thank you. But I use those experiences to guide how I talk to people because it makes me feel not important, like I'm just another copy and paste message to them, like they're just trying to, get a sale or hit a goal. So just don't do that so think, if you've ever had someone from another company inbox you, think about how that made you feel and learn from it. So avoid posting stock photos. So what I mean by that is if you want to talk about Shakeology, awesome, but don't go to Google and take a photo of Shakeology from Google and post that, or like a challenge pack photo from Google or whatever. Don't post stock photos. I always recommend creating your own photo. If you want to post a quote, and this is just things I've learned. Like I used to post just a quote, like photo of a quote and just do like an emoji. But then I was like, okay, well, no, people want to see like something, an actual photo. So I would just post a photo of me or like something not a stock photo. And then I put the quote with the photo. So yeah, just avoid stock photos, because that comes off salesy. And again, we all did it in the beginning. This is definitely just me learning from trial and error. I remember I'd share I don't even know what, or just put stuff all over my photos. Like, I don't even know. I wish I had an example right now of how I used to post in the beginning compared to now. It's quite funny, but that's how you learn, right? And that's what I tell you guys all the time. Like, it's a lot of trial and error. You're going to, you know, learn as you go, fail forward, but that's just helping you grow. Like, we all started out as a new coach. So you're going to, you know, you're going to fail. You're going to laugh at yourself. You're going to whatever, but just have fun with it because this is all new. So this is very much, I'm sure, a repeat, but watch your wording. Don't talk about specific programs or pricing. I always say this, don't ever put pricing on your posts, in your stories. Always make them comment for more info or message you for more information, just because if people were to see $180 for a challenge pack without knowing the value or what they're going to get with that, chances are they're not even going to message you because they're like, oh, I do not want to pay $200. But if you chat with them one-on-one and share, you know, everything they get, then they're a little less like hesitant about the cost. So just avoid pricing. Yeah, when I say don't talk about specific programs, I just mean like you want to kind of do curiosity marketing. So always talk about stuff like they're your programs. We're, you know, allowed to do that. Like this is your business. So live for, like, I just always say my program. That's just kind of how I avoid it altogether. I just say my program. Today I did chest and back from my program. Like, or this 21-day program. You guys know, like, I try to make up, you know, Netflix for workouts. Well, I didn't make that up, but words for your pre-workout, whatever. Just have fun with it and try to avoid Beachbody terminology. Because if you were to say like, oh, I just crushed 21-day fixed workout from Beachbody On Demand and have my Shakeology and Energize and Recover, then people have no reason to message you, because if they don't know what that stuff is, they'll just go to Google, type it in, and they can just order it off the website, right? So curiosity, don't word vomit and give them all the information in your posts. Give them a reason to come to you for more information. Don't be a billboard for Beachbody. Beachbody does that great on their own. So, you know, just share your life, but how you include and implement Beachbody into your life. Again, yeah, give people a little sneak peek into you. I always like to say, do like a little reality show, like show you, and then like Beachbody is part of your life, not the other way around. If someone has an objection, try not to let it get you down or get discouraged. Just be understanding, you guys, relate to them. I find that helps a lot. Like if someone talks about cost or time or whatever, I always relate to them first. Like, I remember feeling the exact same way before I joined, and then offer a solution. So that's where you could throw in, you know, the money back guarantee. Or again, something I've been trying a lot lately is, you know, if you have a couple friends that want to join and do this with you, I can show you how to get them signed up, and that can go towards paying for your sign up package, stuff like that. So always just be understanding. Don't get defensive or upset or frustrated, because it's not you, it's nothing you're doing. And just remember how you were before you joined. So again, I find if you just relate to them and be like, oh yeah, I felt the exact same way, or a lot of people are very hesitant, blah, 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 and then offer them a solution. And again, not everyone's not gonna join right away. Just not everyone's time, whatever. Just always know it's not you. It's just, they're just not ready. Lead with love. You genuinely want to share these products because they work. That's so huge, you guys. So try not to think of commission or successful points, even though, like, of course we're all, you know, we all want to earn an income. Like for me, this is now my full-time job. So of course income is in my head, like money, we need money to live. But I mean, don't talk to people like they're a dollar sign, or, you know, like you're just trying to hit a goal. Just be friendly, be supportive, you know, be passionate, share your experiences, and believe and stand behind Beachbody and what we have to offer, because we all know, you know, Shakeology is awesome, Energize is awesome. We all know you can get incredible results from our programs. So just speak from a place of, like, you know, you genuinely want to help them, and that goes a long way. Because I know sometimes it can be hard just to not, like I said, word vomit. And just someone asks like, oh, what do you do? And you're like, well, I'm a Beachbody coach, and do you want to join me in the 21-day fix? Like, you'll get this, this, and this. So again, just think of it as like you want to make a friend, building a relationship, offer support, suggestions, and don't be salesy. Like, I try to just get that completely out of my head, whereas I'm just sharing what I do. And it's funny because I feel like lately, well, not lately, yeah, kind of lately, last couple of weeks, I've had more people than I ever have say to me, like, because I just send out my couple or my messages every day about making someone's day, asking about their summer. And I've had, like I said, more often than usual, people reply with, "Are you trying to sell me something?" And it's unfortunate because there are companies and reps out there that they do that off the first message. So it does give MLMs a bad rep. But, and the first couple times it happened, because like I said, it has been more lately than I've ever had in the past. And at first I was kind of offended and I wanted to be like get defensive. But I just was like, oh my gosh, no, like people see what I do on my page. Like if they want to join me, they reach out to me. Like I just say, I'm simply just, you came across my newsfeed. We're Facebook friends, just popping in to say hi and see how your summer goes. And then they're like, oh, okay. And I actually had this girl, oh my gosh, funny story. I just literally said hi, like, I don't remember her name. Hey Jen, like you came across my newsfeed, just want to pop in and say hi. How's your summer been? And she was like, hi Jen, so I just want to preface this convo with, if you try to sell me, what did she say? If you try to sell me or something, get me to join any group, I will eat your soul, she said to me. She's like, I will not. I remember I sent this to my mom and I screenshot it to my best friend. I'm like, this actually kind of scared me. She's like, I don't diet. I live a healthy, balanced lifestyle that does not involve MLM marketing companies or something. And she's like, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm just like forewarning you, like I don't want anything. And I was like, I was a little bit kind of snooty when I replied to this one, just because I felt like she just like attacked me for no reason. And I said, I'm like, oh, that's great. Like I live that balanced lifestyle too that does not involve dieting. I said pizza and wine are like part of my, my weekly thing. And I don't even remember what I said, but I just was like, well, now that we got that out of the way, like, how's your summer kind of thing? And she read and didn't reply, which probably better off. I made sure I marked like on my follow-up list, definitely to be kind of careful tiptoeing if I do follow up with her in a couple of months, which I don't know if I even would bother since I do not want her eating my soul. All I could think of was this girl's gonna like stick me in the eye with like, or voodoo doll me or something. Like, oh, it was kind of scary. I just feel, yeah, the last couple of months people have been very like have their backup. And like I said, it's unfortunate because other companies do really push you just kind of throwing out as many messages as you can. And she did say, she's like, as a mom on social media, she's like, I feel like we're so open to this now, like people just trying to get you to buy something. And so I did relate to her, but I also made a point to say, like, you basically just told me you're living a healthy, balanced lifestyle, which is exactly like what we do. So I just didn't like how she kind of attacked me. But again, kill people with kindness. I always have to breathe and like come back to the message before I reply. But yeah, so that's kind of that with the posting and sharing, not selling. Again, like what we do isn't easy. People are always going to have kind of a preconceived idea sometimes of what we do, and it's just up to us to show them like how awesome this community is and how awesome our products and programs are, and that we aren't salespeople. I feel like it's a little different if you're selling makeup or something like that. Like I'd feel much more comfortable asking someone like randomly to buy a mascara than randomly asking someone to buy fitness programs, because I feel like health and wellness isn't really something I don't know, I feel comfortable really asking people, because like people could get defensive. So you just have to be careful obviously with that. But yeah, I think that's all I have, you guys. Do you guys have any questions about anything? You don't want to eat my soul, I hope, after this call. Just kidding. Very God, I was like, what? It's kind of funny though. I laugh about it now, but I was a little scared, not gonna lie, at first. Who says that to someone? And then yeah, like I said, that message I showed you guys in the group about the girl saying, Jen, you have eyes. I feel like it was definitely a spelling mistake, but it's like, oh, thank you. I'm glad I have eyes. That'd be kind of weird. So yeah, oops, what did I do? I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. So yeah, honestly, just sum it up, show up, share your life, and have fun with it. And again, the rest will kind of all fall into place. And oh my God, you guys, if you know how to friggin' turn notifications off, like I don't have Facebook open, but they still, like, can you hear that? That's at my inbox because I'm in this group chat of other coaches and they're chat and like they keep coming up on my screen. I don't know how to turn it off. It's really annoying. Like when I'm trying to work and just, yeah. If you guys know, let me know because I don't know how it's even on. Don't know? Okay. Well, on that note, can we take a picture? Yeah? Okay. And then, yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Too bad Amanda popped off. All right. You guys look so nervous. I literally just finished working out when I got on here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, wait. Sam, we need another. You were like,
I'm taking pictures. They're not on Instagram yet.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And Rebecca, your hair looks nice. I meant to tell you that. You got it done today.
Thank you.
Oh, fresh hair is always nice. What?
You did it quite nice today.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? Even like not about anything I talked about, like anything just in general you want to chat about or ask about or?
I've got nothing right now.
Okay.
And when I do, I normally just message you
Yeah,
anyway. That way.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Well, thanks, ladies, for popping on. And again, yeah, tomorrow I will go live and kind of go give the final like rundown of this flash sale groupie thing. But yeah, I've heard good things. It's definitely apparently the hype right now that all the coaches are doing this month. So like, well, we better try it and see how it goes. And I think it'll be good. And just it's something different and a neat way for people to, again, just see what the packages include, because that can make a big difference, I think. So yeah, I will get the group open, I'm hoping tonight, so that you guys can add yourselves, and then you can add people into it right up until Thursday.
Okay.
I'll do a posting on like Wednesday, just like explaining how the group works. And I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna help them live like once on Thursday just to say hi and just get people excited. And but yeah, it should be good. I'm excited. So yeah, I'll post more about that tomorrow.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, well, enjoy the rest of your night, ladies.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, bye.